at different locations in the state being put into workable platforms.
In all the 16 local governments?
Yes, where waterworks are applicable.
Are applicable?
Are applicable. Because waterworks refers to the fact that there is surface water which you are treating and making available for use. But where there are no surface waters, we have to sink boreholes. And currently we have sunk over 200 boreholes to over 200 communities where they don't have access to surface waters. All in a bid to ensure that nobody moves more than 500 meters to access potable drinking water. I'm happy to let you know that we are getting closer and closer to the 500 meters. And I'm sure before the end of the tenure of this administration would have gotten to the level where nobody moves more than 500 meters to access potable drinking water in the state.
So they're still talking about the issue of waters. I mean, you can't help but talk about the fact that the rains, which we've been experiencing in several parts of the country within last year, even up to this point, has been quite devastating. And I'm sure you will also be aware that Kwara State has already been listed as one of those that may be seriously affected this year. That's coming from the Nigerian Meteorological Agency. What plans are the state government doing to ensure that we don't have the disasters that normally come with torrential floods?
Yes, last year's experience was quite informing and has helped us in high level of advocacy in letting people know the need to move away from flood-prone areas. And part of the funds that the federal government made available and what the state deployed to supporting the flood victims was used in infrastructure to ensure that they move away from flood-prone areas to areas of safety. And I'm happy that our people have heeded to this. And most importantly, we're carrying the advocacy through the community and traditional rulers, who on continuous basis have been making people know that the issue of flood is not a one-off thing. With the current meteorological reports, with the very prominent pictures we've seen of the global climate change,
the global warming
yes,
issue and all of that.
It is becoming clear that we must adjust for future floods. Not only floods, other climatic changes that might happen. So for us as a state, we've been carrying on high-level advocacy to all these areas, not only through traditional rulers, but also on the mass media levels, and also have made resources available for infrastructure deployment for easy relocation by our people.
Well said, Governor. Now let's come back again to the issue of anyway. It's something we're going into for the first time, but I'm sure it will definitely aid our discussion as well. You've talked about some of the things that your state government has been doing in recent times, since your swearing in, and that has to do with the agency ratings. I'm talking about the likes of Fitch and S&Ps and all of that. What informed the state government to wanting to go into this sort of endeavor?
Yeah, you see, rating as it were.
Because some will say, or perhaps they just want to use that as an opportunity to blow their trumpet, and it's something quite peculiar. Yes, you see, traditionally, governments in Nigeria have not been involved in rating, to the extent that we've been doing things a lot more in isolation. But I remember in 2002, the federal government decided to subject itself to Fitch rating. And that prompted us as a state that, look, the essence of getting rated is to showcase that you are benchmarked against best practices in terms of your credit rating and your finances. For us as a state, we felt that we could begin to create new platforms and we begin to create new ways by which states will be seen and viewed in terms of the efficiency of resource utilization. In other words, Kwara State is taking the lead on this aspect, being the first of its kind. That's exactly what happened. Kwara State became the first state in Nigeria to be rated by any international rating agency. And to that extent, we're happy with the results that came out then. It definitely showed that we were prudentially managed, and most importantly, we are also benchmarking against best practices.